Welcome to the theFNtruth, where most topics are worth discussing, and I'm the master of none, but I'm a realist. I'm your host, Chris Hurst, aka CH, aka The Truth. Now, these are my views and opinions, so don't sue me. So now, let's go. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? This topic right here is for my brothers out there. This is a serious subject. And this one is black men, we need to do better. Recently, I saw a video of I believe he was a 36-year-old man. And he was kicking this woman on the train. Now, I don't know if any of you saw the video or didn't see the video, but it's very disgusting and it's going around. It happened in New York. It was an elderly woman on the train. I think they said she was 78 years old, and this guy was like 36 years old. Nonetheless, the lady's just sitting in a chair, and this man just proceeds to just kick her. Like he was kicking her like he was in a fight with another grown man. And you had people in the background videotaping it, and all you heard was ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, I don't know who videotaped it. I don't know their age. I have no idea. But it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, one, this man had the audacity to kick an elderly woman. An elderly woman, y'all. Let alone a woman, period. But an elderly woman. This woman is 78 years old. This woman is like around the same age as my own mother. Now, I don't condone violence and all that stuff. But whoever was the person videotaping this incident, let's just say they were teenagers, because it sounded like it was more than one guy. Let's just say they were teenagers. I just think if it was 2, 3 teenagers, whatever it was, they could have said to the guy, "Yo, old head, that's not necessary, man. Don't do that, man. You know that's somebody's mother. You know what I mean? Or that could have been your mother. You know, for them to videotape it. Okay, what's the purpose? What do you do next? You know, okay, you're videotaping. And don't get me wrong, these days, you need to videotape stuff so you can send it to the authorities and things of that nature. So I understand that. But, okay, one person's videotaping. What about everyone else? Like, is everyone else just sitting around just cheering this on or in shock? Like, what's going on? You know, don't get me wrong. I ain't a tough guy, but I just can't sit there and watch a grown man kicking an elderly woman. You know, that woman, 78 years old, y'all. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a minute. 78 years old. What did that woman possibly say to that man to make that man want to kick her like that? 78 years old. I don't care if the woman called him whatever, called him out his name. He could have walked away from that woman and laughed and said, "Ma'am, you have a nice night," and just kept it moving. You know, she could have been the crankiest woman in the world. It doesn't matter. He should have said, "Ma'am, have a good night." But to sit there and kick that woman like he did, that right there was so disrespectful on so many levels. You know, shame on that brother, whoever he was, because obviously he wasn't raised right, or maybe he has a mental condition. I don't know. But something triggered in him to make him kick an elderly woman. And that's scary when you really think about it. One day we're all going to be elderly people. I can't imagine a 36-year-old man kicking me, and I'm 78 years old. There's only but so much I can do to defend myself at 78 years old. Come on, let's be real. You know, so it's sad that that man had the audacity to do that to that woman, but it's even sadder for the people who videotaped it and watched this woman get kicked, and not one kid, I don't know how old they were, I'm just assuming, but not one kid stepped up and said, yo, old head, chill, man, you know, that don't do that, man. Don't. Even if they were afraid of him, they could have said, yo, chill, man, chill. Because like I said, I ain't no tough guy, and I don't want to be confrontational with people, but I can't sit there and watch a man his age, his size, kick an elderly woman. I want y'all to really let that sink in, because this is what's going on in our society today. And that's why I'm saying, black men, we need to do better. We really do. Because we're being raised to be so disrespectful. Like, it seemed like things turned in my generation. It's like my generation and maybe like the generation right before me. The people right now that's in their 50s and 60s. I'm sorry to say that y'all raise these kids who are jacked up right now. And we need to do better. You know, in my generation, we said, how you doing, Mr. Williams, Miss Williams? You know, how's everything, Mr. Johnson, Miss Johnson, whatever. We call people by their last name. Their last name. Now when I meet people and they have children, they'll say, so-and-so, this is Chris. Chris, this is so-and-so. And it's a shame that I got to correct that and say, no. You can either call me Mr. Chris or Mr. Hurst, but you ain't calling me by my name like we roll like that. That's the problem that we're having today. So you got to go back to the root of where these problems started, because if you don't go back to the root, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And that's why that 36-year-old man felt like it was cool to be disrespectful to a grown woman. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm saying black men, we need to do better, because everyone on that train, teenagers or not, they should have stood in and said, yo, cut that out. But people as a whole, we need to do better, because that 36-year-old man, that's somebody's son. Let's not forget that. So either he has a mental condition or he was raised like that. So let that sink in. And I'm just saying, like, all in all across the board, we all need to do better, straight up. And that's really what I got to say about that, because I recently saw it and it really, really bothered me. And I just wanted to get that off my chest. All right. And look, you know, these are my views and my opinions, and I'm going to speak my truth. And this is the effing truth. And I'm out. Peace.